Good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, November the 1st, and there's Ruth. Hi, Ruth. Good morning, Ruth. It's November, the first day of November. I am ready for the holidays. Yes, I am. Hi, Ruth. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know. The last couple days have really been crazy for me. Just crazy. Not one thing, it's another. And this morning I turned on the light over here and the light bulb burnt out about 3 minutes ago, and I had to go get another light bulb to put in there. All right, I am ready to do some live streaming. Hi, River City. Good morning. Hi, Kimberly Ray. I did get my phone fixed, and I spent last night was crazy. I was between answering the door. We had a lot of trick-or-treaters, a lot of sugar-hungry kids last night. Cute kids knocking at the door. Trick or treat. And I made the mistake of buying Tootsie Roll Pops for the bowl, and the majority of the candy I put in there were these Tootsie Roll Pops, or just the lollipop type candy. They don't care for that. The little ones like it. The big ones kind of hunt around in the bowl to see if they can find some chocolate or something. So Mary learned her lesson. Next year we'll get some chocolate in there too. But they were pretty good. I enjoyed them. But between trying to reset all my passwords and get everything up and going, and answering the door for the trick-or-treaters, I had my hands full. So welcome. And I needed to test out my camera to see if it was working. And I'll bet I spent all day yesterday. Well, not all day, all afternoon. Almost all afternoon at Verizon, because it took a lot longer than I thought for them to switch that data over from my old phone. And silly me, I thought I got to keep my old phone, but oh no, you don't get to keep your old phone, Mary. You have to send it in. So they said if you don't send your old phone in within 5 days, they put a $100 charge on your phone bill. I said I'll send it in. Let me get this out of the way. This morning, what I want to do is, oh, look at this. Hold on a minute. I got out a bag. I did. I have this whole tray of old tea bags that I've been saving. And I'm going to empty out these tea bags. These are iced tea bags. They're a little bit bigger. They're like Louisiana tea bags, iced tea bags. And they're dried out. They're well dried out. But I thought I would try a little tea bag art this morning. So I'm going to sit here while I'm talking to you and settle down for a little bit. And let's see if we can do some tea bag art. Now, I tried one last night, and I discovered very fast that your ink bleeds on here. Any wet media is going to bleed. So I'm thinking I'm going to put my background on first, and then I'm going to try a non-bleed Sharpie. I think a non-bleed Sharpie will work pretty good on it. But Penelope didn't want me to. I did a video of it, but she said, "You're not putting that up of me, Mary. It's horrible." I got fat heart lips. Hi, Ray D, welcome. Morning, River City and Ruth and and 4 other people, and Kimberly. So, and there's some people who are just watching from bed, I bet you, who just haven't quite opened their eyes yet. You're welcome too. So I am going to empty out. I think I'm just going to start emptying out this tea. Oh, looky. Oh, it's a double bag. Oh, it goes like this. Oh, I can open this out pretty good if I wanted to. Oh, look, I don't even have to cut it. It comes open at the seam here. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice area. This is probably about 5 by 6. Let's measure this. These are not the smaller tea bags. 4.5 by 4.5 by 6. That's almost postcard size. Wow, and it's nice and stained for tea. So there's one. I may have about 10 or 12 of these. I didn't save them all. Now some of them have the tag on them, and I think I'm going to clip the tag off and save the tag, and I'll do something with the tags. Isn't that a good size? You've been saving Ruth says she's been saving a few tea bags. I'm excited to see what you do. Well, I have not done tea bag art. So I've seen it done. I've been watching, well, I haven't been watching a lot. I've just been seeing a couple videos. And I've been saving these and letting them really dry out to see what I can do. So, and what I experimented with last night, I discovered very fast that ink bleeds on them. So, now this one's kind of torn there, so I'll have to be careful. But I thought I'd try something different for once. I've got so much I need to get done. Not need to get done, want to get done. I have decided that I'm not going to let end of the year scheduling trip me up. Here comes a train. The 5 o'clock special. 4:30 a.m. special running through Harvard. Hi, Julie. Topaz Pearl. Happy November! Did you all have trick-or-treaters last night? I was kept busy with the candy bowl, let me tell you. I like seeing the little ones come in. We had a good number of them last night. I think they figure out who has the candy. You know, well, you leave your porch light on. We've got a porch light, and you leave that on. If you turn off your light, they won't come. You leave your porch light on to signal to them that you're a house that passes out candy. Look at this tea. Boy, that's really finely ground. This is iced tea bags. And what I'm going to do here after I get these opened and flattened out is, you know, you want to kind of save the color of your tea bag. I mean, what's the use of doing a tea bag if you're going to smother it with color? I mean, I want the natural color to show through. So I might try a couple things on here with my non-bleed Sharpie and see how that draws. And I already know my cheap Dollar General pens that have the water-soluble ink. I know that will bleed. I love the water-soluble ink in these because I like to use it for tonal values. But there are times when you don't want your ink to flow all over your work. And I had seen, I think it was Becky who said she got some of those new non-bleed Sharpies, and I saw a set of those, And I just about bought them, and then I put them back. So maybe I'll get some just for this. I'll see how the black works on here first. But if you get these iced tea bags, they make a nice, as we are discovering as we open these up here, they have a nice area to them. It has a nice, after you get it open, there's like 4.5 by 5.5. A nice area to work with. And I suppose you could fold it back up again if you really wanted it to look like a tea bag. I mean, that wouldn't be hard to do. A double tea bag, you could do something like that. But we're going to experiment. And I'm doing this over a Dollar General bag so that I can just throw this away right away. So, I drink a lot of tea. Now, I haven't been drinking as much of this Louisiana tea that I'm opening now, but I might start again just to get the tea bags. I've got another container of old tea. I call them old tea bags. They're dried tea bags. I need to get those out. I have 2 that I saved, but I thought this would be enough to work with this morning. These are stapled. I'm just cutting the top off. Hi, Baby Crafter. Welcome. Hi, Barb. Welcome, Barb. Barb, did you get my card yet? My Halloween? I think Becky got hers. Yours will probably come 3 weeks into November. Julie's talking about trick-or-treating. She said it's their 3rd year, and they get more kids every year. That seemed like we had a nice amount of kids. I enjoy seeing them coming. One group, I'll bet there were at least 12 kids in one group. They probably went out, all their little friends at once. So I'll knock at the door if you knock at the door. But once they saw the candy bowl, they weren't shy. They weren't shy. Oh, this is really split. Well, that's okay. We'll see what we can do with it. This might be one I experiment with. I think I'll save this one out. Use it to experiment with. Some of these down at the bottom got kind of crunched up. And I'm just clipping off the string tags, and they're kind of tangled up in a bunch. I'll untangle them later. You haven't gotten it yet, Barb? Oh, dear. Well, it'll come. It seems like some places in Canada where I mailed to, like I've mailed to Laura before, Laura Gagain, I've mailed stuff to her before and it got there right away. But other places in Canada seem to take forever. And you're a forever person, Barb. I've mailed them couple weeks ago, I think, because I remember telling Aunt Beck that she would have it by Halloween. And I was hoping you would, but I was holding my breath. And Janet, if you're watching the replay, if you're hearing this, I'm going to send you another gargoyle card. I sent Janet a gargoyle card, and she said it got all wet. Now, it was so funny when I heard that because I had just listened to Lindsay at the Frugal Crafter, and she had a guest watercolorist on, and they were taking questions and answering questions about watercoloring. And one of the questions was, how do you seal your watercolor? And both of them said they don't seal their watercolor. And then the topic got on to mailing, like postcards, and both of them said very rarely do things get wet in the mail. I guess Janet hit one of those rare occasions. I had a laugh because I had just listened to Lindsay's that same day video, so it was fresh in my mind. And then Janet said, "Mary, my card got all wet." So I'll send her another one. They're really meant for like Halloween, but I guess a gargoyle can protect your house at any time. Why do they call it trick or treat? No one gets tricked. Well, they used to get tricked. Not everybody, but years ago. Yeah, Ruth said. Yeah, I agree with Ruth. Years ago, when the teenagers, probably the teenagers, did more tricking than, well, I suppose some mean little brats could have. But when it was more of an innocent time, they would like soap your windows or something like that. But when it got so vicious and mean out there, I think they stopped that. The law enforcement. They called the cops and said they painted my lawn pink because I didn't give him any candy last night. I think the kids around here really enjoy it. And I had to go to town yesterday to do that phone, to get my phone switched over. And the town where I go to is a little bit larger. It's where we do all our shopping. And I drove down the main street of town, and they had kids at the show place. They must have had some sort of an event, you know, all the toddler kids. And then they were taking pictures. They had a great big inflatable pumpkin out on the main street. And there was a photographer taking pictures of, you know, the little ones. It was kind of fun to see. That's for young mothers and fathers doing that type of thing with their kids. You know, that's creating their memories. And I just like to see it happen. So I was going to try to do some urban sketching, but it got kind of late. It took longer at that Verizon store than I thought it would. But that's okay. I got it done. Then I had to send my phone in, and the tag, they put an envelope in the box. I didn't realize that's what it was for. But it didn't have a return, just had like barcodes for the postage. And didn't have a return address on it, but I saw at the bottom they gave a number, and they said, keep this part of the tag for your records. Well, the tag was sealed down on the envelope. I couldn't get it off, so I took a picture of it. Oh, dear. Ruth said, I watched a documentary last week on YouTube about the origins of Halloween. Baby Crafter says, we get houses TP'd here. I didn't know if that was a part of it. Oh, you get houses TP'd there? They pretty much, at least in the smaller towns here, they pretty much, especially when the teenagers get a little, what do you want to say, creative. They call out the cop, and he kind of drives up and down the street to maintain law and order. I enjoy it, but I'll tell you, I was kept busy last night. Be trying to get all my passwords changed. I changed the passwords on all of my accounts, and I was having trouble remembering the password for one account. And they have a forgot password thing, but it wasn't working for me, and I was getting frustrated. But I got them all changed, and then I had to test my video and test the camera, make sure that was up and going. Is my picture clear to you guys while I'm streaming? Is there any fuzziness to it? I can't really tell by looking at my old. I did a video last night, but Penelope wouldn't let me put it up because I smeared lipstick on her face. But it did not look clear to me. But then I checked my settings on my camera, and they had it on FHD, which is like the 1900 setting or something like that for the width of the screen. And I changed it to HD, and I'm hoping that will take care of that other setting that I don't think was right for this camera. Thank you, Kimberly. Good. I'm glad that it's looking good. I'm just about done with these. I maybe got about 4 more to go. You early morning folks get the advantage of me seeing me doing things like this. Because I do a lot of catch up in the morning, catching up and trying new things and fussy cutting and stuff like that. But you also hear me chat more than I do in my Friday night stream, because Friday nights I'm so distracted. I hardly chat to anybody until 10 minutes after they posted something. But I like to try different things, so this is fun to do. I'm getting a pile of old tea here. Now I'm glad that I'm doing it over this bag. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. I'm just going to experiment with them, Tammy. These are iced tea bags, and they're a little bit bigger. And I'm finding they're just folded, so they're not glued down, so I can open them pretty easy. And I'm finding that when I open them, there's a nice sized paper. And I'm going to try some different things with them. I don't want to paint them entirely because I want to save the discoloration of the tea. So I know that ink and wet media will bleed on them. I discovered that last night. But I'm going to try my non-bleed Sharpie, and well, that was what was in my thought right away. I might put a little color on it, a little splotches of ink, but I don't want to put a whole lot of ink on it because I want it to look natural. So I'm just going to experiment with them, see what I probably won't use all of these today, but I've got 3 more after this one. I'm getting a pile of tea. I suppose I could throw this out in the garden, compost it. I have 2 lavender plants in my garden this year, and they did okay. We'll see. They did not grow huge, but I think they come back the next year and grow larger. And I trimmed them down, and we covered them up with some leaves. But I'm going to get those out, not this morning, but I'm going to get those out. And this one is a Celestial Seasonings bag. You have to open it a little differently. I think you have to cut it. Got a little clump there. But I'm going to make some sachets. I think I can maybe get 1, maybe 2 sachets out of the lavender that and it wasn't a lot of blooms, but even the leaves and stems smell like lavender. So we'll see. I'm going to experiment with that. I'm going to have to cut this because I can't get it to... This is an old one, so it's kind of dry, and I'm going to leave it folded, leave it pasted together. We'll experiment with this one. Although if I draw on it and it bleeds through to the other side, I might open this up. One side will be shorter than the other. Well, maybe not if I tear it different on both sides. There we go. I can't get all the tea out of there unless I open it up. 2 more, then I'll quit boring you. Hi, Rosita. Rose, am I pronouncing your name correct? Rosita? Rose. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing your name correct. Hi, Button Natty. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Ray said she probably could. Good idea. What was that idea? I have to... Hi, Tammy. Did I say good morning to you? They would be nice for a collaged background. They would, wouldn't they? I might do that with 1 or 2. I want to work on, after I get done playing with these, if I have time this morning, I want to work on Jerry Bellini's page that I need, pocket page that I need to finish. I think I started it in here in an early morning stream, and she just put up a video on how she made her tags. Well, I made her tag with her when she had she led it in one of our Zoom groups. There we go. One more. One more. Oh, there's a couple of... I'll have to untangle all of those. Good morning, Rosie. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correct. Let's see. Button came in. Hi, Marilyn. Good morning, Marilyn. Monique. Who is Monique? Oh, is that Button Attic? Monique? All righty. All righty. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, Button said she's Monique. Thank you, Button. Hi, Heidi. Good morning. Roesta, is that it? Roesta. I'm horrible at pronouncing names. Oh, I found 2 more after this that were up above my... Sorry about that. There's 2 more to go. Hi, Heidi. Did I say good morning to you? Heidi, I have not forgotten you. I have not forgotten you. I'm horrible slow. I owe Heidi some Happy Meal I said I'd send to her. And what's slowing me up, Heidi, is I have to pack it up differently. I can't just get it in a box that I want to get it in. So I have to find some flat boxes to tape it all up in. But you'll get it one of these days. You'll go to the mailbox and say, she finally sent it to me. I told Heidi that I'd send her one of those tree things, wooden tree shapes that I do the jelly printing with. I have an extra one. But I haven't gotten it done, and she probably thinks Mary told me she'd send me stuff, and she never did it. Well, Mary's done that a lot. I owe. So I'm trying not to make promises, but I always slip because I have good intentions, but good intentions sometimes are not enough. You got to follow through with them, Mary. I'm lecturing to myself in front of the world. But I haven't forgotten you, Heidi. You're on my list. Mary, I miss coming in to see you in the mornings, but I've been getting... oh, well, you are welcome anytime that you can. I understand. I had a few down days too where I just, well, I couldn't do much on my old phone. I could do some things, but my old phone is getting old and it doesn't work very snappy anymore. I mean, it's okay for reading the chat here and making sure I don't, when I fall, I can get back as soon as possible when I lose my data connection. But Heidi, just come when you can or when you feel like it. You're always welcome. And that goes to everybody else. Are you getting back to doing any art, Heidi? Have you done anything lately? Oh, this needs to be snipped off. I think I'll take this out and throw it in the garden later today. I wonder if I could put it around my lavender plants, if it would affect them. Somebody told me that lavender plants could take just about anything. All right, so let's put this here. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna double bag this tea because I don't trust this Dollar General. I just happen to have another bag here. Dollar General bags. Let's see if I can turn this inside out without spilling everything. Oh, oh, oh! Come on. There we go. And then I'm going to put that in here. And then I'll just take these and dump them off in my wastebasket here. There we go. Now I'll just take this out in the garden later this morning and see if I can do any harm to any plants. All right, so we're that far with it. This is what I have. This is what I have. And this one I was going to experiment with because it's torn. So I'm just going to put these over here. And maybe I'll zoom in a little so you all can see what I'm up to here. Now I'll show this one again. This one I did last night, but that's where I discovered where the wet media bleeds and the ink pen bleeds. But I did use my permanent marker. Let me get out my Sharpie. Here's my Sharpie and here's my permanent marker. And I'm just going to do, I'll zoom in a little so you all can see. And I'm just going to make some lines on here and see how bad the bleeding is. Let me zoom in carefully, Mary. And move it more in the center there. Okay, so let's start with the one that I know will probably bleed, and that's this Dollar General one. And I'm just going to draw lines. Well, that didn't do too bad. You know, though, I wondered, the one I used last night was one that I had tea from that day. These are perfect dry. The one I had last night was a little damp, because that was my tea bag from the morning and it was still damp. I don't see this bleeding. So maybe these dry ones I'm not going to have a problem with. Now, I like that. But I bet I could add some water to it. So over here is my marker. That bleeds just a little, but not too bad, because I gave it a big, thick mark. And then here's my Sharpie. Let's do that right here. Now, you probably can't see those too well. Let me get up and hold them closer to the screen. I was thinking these would bleed more, but this is perfectly dry. The one I used, this one, where are you, Penelope? Where's the one that I showed? Here it is. See, this one was still damp, and it bled a lot when I tried it, but that was from my morning tea, and I'd set it out, but it was still damp. And I think that's probably why it bled. Penelope would not let me put up the video. She said, I look horrible, Mary. So I'm happy with that. So, what can we do with these? See, here's where it bled through last night. See, it was still wet. Hi, Eva. Good morning. And is Ruby in here? Good morning, Ruby. Let's see. I don't like using my phone up here to read the comments because I'm afraid I'm going to snap it off again. Let me have a cup of my coffee here, sitting here getting cold. Yum. No hazelnut this morning, though. Just plain half and half. Let's see who's in here. Heidi and Marilyn. There she is. Hi, Ruby. Good morning. And Ruth and Ray and Julie and Marilyn and Ray and Marilyn and Eva. And then I think I said good morning to everybody else. I may have missed some people up here. Tammy. And did Ruth have to run away to work this morning? Is she still chatting with she? Oh no, she's still here. Do you have to work today, Ruth? Eva says, good morning, ladies. 3 a.m. here. Oh, Eva, I'm so sorry. Oh, I would not stream at 3 a.m. Central Time. She's up. Her daughter just got in and was designated babysitter, so now she can go back to sleep. A surprise, Mary is on. Well, Eva, if you need to go get your rest, you just go get your rest. Yeah, I love hazelnut. But I get that Coffee Mate hazelnut creamer, but I don't do it all the time. I just get it as a treat because it's got sugar in it, and I am trying to cut down on my sugar. Sometimes there's Kendra. Hi, Kendra. Good morning. Good morning, Kendra. So, I'm happy with that. So, let's try a little ink on here. I'm going to try the red. Now, this is wet media. So, it may bleed a little because it's wet media. Let's just, as long as I'm testing, let's test. Let's test here. Well, and every time I use my FW inks now, I thank Jen Yates because she sent me not one set of FW inks, but two. She sent me 2 sets of 6 bottles. I'm going to see how that bleeds. It's bleeding a little, but not as much as if it were wet. Not as much as it did on Penelope's. Let's see if I can touch Penelope up a little here. She got mad at me last night, but her lips are stick. You gave me fat lips, Mary. Well, I promised I wouldn't do the video, but here I am showing her in my live stream. Yeah, I don't know. That's not working for me. She says, throw it away, Mary. Tear it up. I don't mind being your model, but when you goof up on me, well, that's another story. You like the candy cane creamer? Is that Coffee Mate? I've never tried that. It sounds good. What does it taste like? Is it like a sugar candy type taste to it, like candy canes? All right, let's see. Let's wash out my brush. Still got red ink on it. Now, let's see. I got this all going here, and I don't know what I want to do. Let's try some gold. I'm just experimenting to see what goes on here. This is my experiment bag. Let's experiment. Let's put a drop of gold on it and see what happens. Oh, you aren't going to see it too good. You'll see it a little. It kind of soaks in and under. That gold's kind of pearlescent, so you'll see the pearlescent. I can see it probably better than you guys can. So how about, let's see, I have some, what do I have here? I have some red earth. Now this is kind of, Jen Yates sent me two packages, and there were 6 in each package of FW inks. But a lot of these FW inks too came from Lobby sale. And she had heard me say, what am I gonna do when my inks dry out, would get used up? I don't know what I'm going to do. And so she ordered me some from Dick Blitt, bless her heart. Ooh, that's splattered. Yeah, now I'm not seeing much bleeding when the tea bag is dry. So if I have a wet tea bag, I think it bleeds a little, but not enough to, soaks through pretty good. The wet media soaks through to the back. And I'm just playing with seeing what I can do here. I should put a paper, well, I got this paper on the underneath, but this is a book cover of an old bicycle magazine, but I guess I can continue using it. I should put another tea bag under there. We'll try that just to see. Let's see what comes off. Comes off faint. I kind of like it coming off faint. Let's continue with that. Now and that's interesting. Now I'm not sure you can see, but this is my Dollar General mark, and this is my Pen Plus Gear marker mark, and this right in here, you can hardly see it. That's my Sharpie, not that no bleed Sharpie. It makes a really thin line. When you turn it upside down, that Sharpie, well, it shows I can barely see it. So I do see it a little on here. And there, the other marks come through, which I would expect them to. But I'm going to continue with this other tea bag on the back. And let's just see. I kind of like the faintness of it. But let's see what happens if I just kind of rubbed on that. Let's see what happens if I put a fresh blob of ink down. Let's try the blue. I'm just putting blobs of ink down now. But Now, to me, it would defeat the purpose if I put a lot of ink on this and covered up all the naturalness of the tea bag. See, I kind of like that little faint, the faintness of it. I don't want a lot of color. That would be as much color as I would want. So I might use this as a spotter, a sponger offer. Oh, well, I'm using it to experiment. See, that's about as much color as I would want on my tea bag because I want it to be nice and natural. Let's see, what can I draw on there? Penelope? Yes. Let's draw you. Actually, I should be drawing it this way, but I got that there. I'm going to leave this on the underneath and do another one. I'll use these all up before I know it. This one's, oh, it's got some color on this side, but I want to do it portrait style. So let's just do one of Penelope. A better one of her. She says, I need a better one. And she's got some pins on her and her scissors. Her scissors are here. Kind of come down that way. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Can you see? Yeah, you can see pretty good. Let's check chat. I'm just here chattering away, having fun. Ray D and Eva, ooh la la, Ruby. Kimberly 557, good morning. 33rd says, my tea comes in a silky material type bag. Well, you must have some gourmet tea, 33rd. That sounds interesting. Monique says you can make spoons dipped in chocolate or white chocolate, then crushed candy cane and use them to stir with. Oh, that sounds good. Monique says you can make spoons dipped in chocolate or white chocolate and crushed candy cane and then stir with them. Kimberly, everybody's saying good morning to Kimberly. Hi, Anne. Good morning, Anne. I miss saying good morning to you. Whipped cream with crushed candy cane on top. You guys, I just have plain coffee, but it's Javalia. Does that count? There's Anne. There she is. Good morning, Anne. It's like drinking a mug of after-dinner mints. Oh, Monique. Comes out at Christmas time. It's a minty sweet taste. She puts it in hot chocolate. Ooh, that sounds good. Barb had to go get some rest. Have a good sleep, Barb. She's fallen to sleep. Sweet dreams, Barb. I love Jerry's rosettes. Oh, are you talking, Eva, on her bag, her raggedy bag that she showed? Where did you see her rosettes? Did I miss something? I saw that flower on her raggedy rag bag. I got to catch up with videos. This phone thing really put me back a little. On her tags. Rosettes on her tags. Oh, yeah. The one that she made. Yes. Yes, you're right. The one that she just made her tag. I did watch that video, but I forgot about the rosette. She put 3 on there, didn't she? I have to go back and review that. It was a fun night with the family playing board games. Are you talking about last night? Oh, did you have a happy Halloween? We watched Wheel of Fortune and I answered the door all night. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I got a little grumpy though because I was trying to get my passwords all, and I was answering some messages and it was just getting to be too much for me. I was sorry, I was buffering. Come on. Guess I'm back. Now I have to zoom back in. I was concentrating on drawing Penelope. Now I'm going to turn my screen a little. That's when it flew out of my hand. So you probably saw my hand there. That's when the phone flew out of my hand and broke. So let's get back into chat. I'm drawing on tea bags this morning. Hi, Cheshire. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Julie says, Topaz Pearl says, Eva, we had a trunk or treat where I work, and most of the 500 kids came through. Let's give her some feathers up here. So I had a crazy week again. And I got more down here at the bottom that I need. And I put the scissors coming out here. Okay. Oh, a costume parade. How cool. Hi, Linda. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Or however. Linda, I'm going to have to snap a picture of it. I never noticed this building until we started talking Dutch in here. Is that Dutch, Guten Morgen, or is that German? I drove, there's a building in town, an old building in that town where I go do my shopping. And on the side of it, they painted a mural, you know, and it's like an old street, an old town main street. But up at the top, it has Guten Tag on it. So what does Guten, G-U-T-E-N-T-A-G, what does that mean? That is Dutch. Okay. Thank you. What does it mean with the Guten Tag, T-A-G, Tag? What does that mean? We went to get groceries the other day and I saw that and I said, oh, look, Dutch. Oh, Guten Tag is German. Oh, see, that's why I was getting confused, because I thought that was probably a German ancestry at that building. So what does it mean? Guten Tag. Good what? My coffee's getting cold. Oh, it means good morning too. Huh. All right. Pretty soon I'm not even going to be able to pronounce good morning. All right, I'm going to try to put the red hearts on first. What did I do with my paintbrush? What did I do with it? Where did it go off to? Whoops. I got this one. Oh, I left it in the... All right, I'm going to try to put the red hearts on first. I don't want to put a lot of color on here. I just kind of want it Let's put a red heart on her lip. And that turned kind of black because it's mixing with the ink on her lips there. But that's okay. Let's see if I can put a little red on her cheek here. A little red heart up on her cheek. There we go. And then this tag here, this swatch of fabric is, now see, I'm putting wet on there. I got my paintbrush wet. And then let's go to the brown. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I don't know if you can see again. Let's see what's going on there. Actually, I don't like that's too far away from me. Hold the phone. I got my hand in the way, but I want to turn it a little. There. I'm afraid I'm going to snap it out of the holder and crack again. They asked me how I broke it, and I told them the honest truth. It didn't seem, they said, well, it's still covered, so they covered it anyway, but I had to pay $149 deductible, and I had to send the old one in. I was thinking I could still use the old one for storage. They said, no. I said, oh, that's how you get all those rebuilt phones, huh? Now, this is brown. It almost looks, I have a darker brown than that. What do I have here? Now let me go over here and see what I have. That almost looks like the red's faint red. Let's see what I have here. This is a raw sienna. Indigo blue. I'm looking for my ink here. This is a sepia. This might be, I want a little bit darker brown. I'm talking, thinking that you're just seeing everything I do, and I forget that I have the close-up here. I want a little darker brown in here. Yeah. Actually, I kind of like it both colors. What are you doing to me? I can't see what I'm doing when I'm holding that. This is really her, it's not her hair. It's really a cap or a head covering on her. I don't see that as being her hair. That's more, it's more of a hat. It's an experience painting on this. Okay. And actually her body is brown too. Let's give it some brownish color in here. I'm getting some brown ink on my brush. It's kind of an experience painting on these tea bags. It's like painting on a coffee filter almost, which might be fun to do too. My coffee filters are the round, little 3-inch round ones. I think I have some coffee filters that I could probably just dye. Yeah, dip it in there. Let's see what happens here. I'm concentrating on doing this. And then she's got sort of a lacy collar here. Oops. Like that. Now, I'm going to try something. White. White. Let's see how the white works. White. I want to see how that white works on this tea bag. I think this is a pearlescent white pearl. We will see, we will see, we will see if it actually shows up any. A little. I think I can put it on pretty thick here. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'll check here in a minute. Let's sit up and see if you can see that white pearl. Yeah, you can see it. Hi, Azure. Good morning. Good morning. Let me check chat. I've been playing here with my painting. Realista says, I'm doing my journaling for Saturday. Everybody's saying good morning to Azure. Eva says, I'll be moving to Texas the beginning of the year. And I keep telling myself, no more stuff. No more stuff. You'll have to move it. Let's see. I have to figure out how I want to do this. Kind of an experience to see it here. Yeah. Well, she looks better than the one I did last night. Let's give her a white doily under here. I'm doing exactly what I don't want to do. And I'm covering up all the goodness of my tea bag. But it looks like Penelope in a way, doesn't it? She says, does it? Yeah. Does it look like Penelope? Get her color in there. All right, let's see. Now wash out my brush. I better screw these lids on here or I'm going to have a disaster before I know it. I'm about done with her. I do want to do one more thing. Want to do. Let's try a little of this green. And I think what I'm going to do is just, let's see if I can make some pinheads here. Just dot it with some couple green ones. Let's just put one there. Maybe put one up in her hair. And then let's get out. Now my red, I don't have, that red that I was using was Winsor Newton. Let's see if I can find my red. Put some red pins, give her some red pins here. She likes the red. Let's see, white. What did I do with my white? Here it is. Let's give her some red pins here. And let's give her one there. Oops, that's a leaf pin. That's almost too much. We'll stop there. I don't want to mess it up anymore. How about some gold yellow ones? I need to put silver on those scissors. There, I think I'll leave it like that. Now I do have a silver, but I'm not sure if that'll look any different than my white. I got a silver. I was debating to use the silver or maybe paint them gold. My silver's gone. My silver's empty, so I think I'm actually going to get out some gold paint. Let's see. Let me see, she said. I'm opening my paint. Yeah. Let's see if I can't paint it with the scissors with this metallic gold. Yep, I use this and use it and use it and use it. Can I just let it flap like that? There, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know if I want to do much more to it. Put the lid back on the gold paint. Which when I use it like this, I have to be sure I get that lid on straight again. I'm not always good at doing that. Let's see, let's put it back over here. Okie dokie. Let's start putting my inks away here. Oh, let's put the blue. Oh. Hold it, I gotta clear off some of this ink off of my desk or I'll be knocking it off on the floor. And we don't want that. At least Mary doesn't. I got the little spice rack that I'm keeping them in. All right, except for that one, we'll put it up here. Okay, let me move this off of my desk, my ink rotating ink tray here. And, oh, here she is in her glory. Let's go ahead and sign it. Let's sign it with my Sharpie pen. And today is November 1, 2018. Oh, can you believe we've only got 2 months left in 2018? Now, I think I did a much better job on her than I did on her. Are you happier, puppy? My dad's having a house built in Waco, and I'm moving in with her. Oh, that's cool, Eva. Good for you. So there is Penelope. There is Penelope. Thank you, Ray. She reminds me of vintage cards. Had to find something to them. I'm reading off of my top phone. Okay, let's zoom out. You might get a ride here. Oh, come on, you got to zoom. There you go. And put this aside and let it dry. I'll be doing more with these tea bags. I'm not sure what all I'm going to put on them. This is my experiment one. This is actually two here. There she is. And then this one, this is as much color as I really want on these. I've got a lot of color on her, but you had to have color on her to make her stand. It kind of fades out a little. But I want to keep the beauty of the tea bag. So I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with these. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to put it aside. We're going to go to something else. I promise you it's not fussy cutting. I am going to... Whoa, what did I drop? All my fussy cuts. That they're already fussy cut. I spilled them out of the magazine. I'll be picking them up all day long here. All right. I'm going to work on Jerry's page. And I had these fussy cuts in here. Now, I dropped one. I don't know where it flew off to. I had these fussy cuts in here, and they flew out. There they are. I've got to put them away, but I've been cutting them out of this collector's book. All right, let's just set this aside, Mary. Let's just set this aside. Okay, what I want to do is I want to work on Jerry's pocket page. Here's the tag. Here's the tag that I made, that she made, that her tag video, but when we had our Zoom, we did these tags in the Zoom. And this is the one that I made, and that's what I'm going to put in my pocket page. But I don't think I have this painted, and I'm not happy with this color of green. So, if you can bear with me, I want to smear more green on. Well, you know, I actually could, though, when I put my... I'm going to tear up some atlas pages and put on here. But I still don't like that color of green, so I'm going to change that. I want it more like this. Let's see, that is the... I think this is the fold. No, not here. It folds this way. That's what it does. I'm figuring things out here. I can't remember exactly. I need my bone folder. Of course it's gone. I didn't put it away. Well, fiddlesticks. Yari, fiddlesticks. Use your, I'm going to have to find a different place for that bone folder. I don't get it put away like I should. Here it is. Here it is. This is the fourth. This is the half. And this still needs to be painted, this page. This goes down like that. So I need to paint this. This folds this way. Mary's talking to herself. She's figuring things out here in her book. Am I zoomed out enough? It zooms out and then it pops back there. Let's look at chat. Let's see what's going on in chat. Sorry for the ride. Hi, Tina. Good morning. Mary, I don't get anything put away. Yeah, that seems to be... Hi, Patricia. Struford, good morning. And Linda and Ruth and Ruby. Eva says she's talking about her daughter's building a house in Waco, Texas. And she said, yes, she's planning on building me a big unit along my window for my crafts. Oh, how neat is that? Azure, good morning. She says they would look really pretty on a needlepoint type hoop frames and then on a Christmas tree. Are you talking about those tea bags, Eva? Or not Eva, Azure? They would look really pretty on a needlepoint type hoop frames and then hung on a Christmas tree. Ah, you know what I have, Azure? I don't have it. It was left here by my brother's significant other. She passed away in 2013. But she was a Christmas fanatic too. And I was up there looking through in the storage room of some of her Christmas decorations. And she's got some of those tabletop trees that are kind of tall and slender. Now you got me thinking, Azure. You have good ideas. Ruby says, Eva, right. You had mentioned moving with your daughter. You must be psyched. Yeah. Ray, I'm sorry about the buffering. Thank you, Ray. Eva says, okay, I think I'm caught up here. Thank you, Patricia. She said she's pretty, talking about my Penelope thing. Gold. All right. I think I've said good morning to everybody. If I miss saying good morning to anybody, I'm really sorry. Hi, Linda. Linda Tria, good morning. Nice to see you all. She's the oldest, loves her mama. She's the oldest and the wisest, huh? The others will catch up, Eva. Whoops, let's get that back into portrait mode. The others will catch up. Let's see if I can't. Get this folded. And this folds in half. You know what I don't like, though? This is almost the same color as this. I like this color, but it's got a mark on it. So I think I'll paint this more of a dark red because I want a nice contrast. See, these have... All right, so I'm going to do some painting here. Let's get my map off of the table. And I'm actually going to pull this green cutting mat off because I don't want to get it messed up. I was using it to, I think, cut tags the other day, or I was cutting something. Yeah. So, let me see. I think I'll pull out some wax paper, put Penelope away here, not away, but out of the way. Yeah, I need to catch up with this or Jerry's going to be on to page 4 and I won't be ready. And I need to finish Tanya's page 3, I think. Tanya's on page 3. I want this green, I'm just going to dab some different colors on it. I'm not really happy with that sea green for this. I want it more of an earthy color. So let's see what I can do with that. I've got too many things in my way here. Then I can't find anything. Isn't that the way it goes? Okay. Ouch. I'm going to paint with my sponge, I think. Sponge brush, which I usually glue with. And let's pull out a darker green, which I haven't opened yet. I got a lot of these Deco Art paints at that liquidation sale. I wish I could have gotten them with the 90% off, but all they had left with the 90% off were greens. I did get a few 90% off ones, but not a whole lot. These are more, I think, the 65% off ones, which was a good deal. I mean, I'm not complaining, but let's just sponge this a little. Let's see. I want some, let's mix some. Oh, what do we have here? Rookwood red. Ew, that's enough. Let's give it some and I'm kind of dry brushing this on, which is okay. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah. I see what you guys have to go through when I buffer like that. You don't like the sponge brushes? I don't paint with these sponge brushes a lot, but I don't mind doing the backgrounds with them, like what I'm doing here, because it spreads out the paint fairly even. I mean, it spreads out the paint. I wouldn't say even. I don't mind using it for the backgrounds. I don't use these a lot to do paint. I use them mostly to do glue booking with, and I use them to glue. There, I'm a little bit happier with that color. Let's dry this. I might buffer again if I turn my heat gun on, but I got to get this dry. So here we go, heat gun alert. Yeah, I lost my data connection just a few minutes ago. I'm back up again, hopefully. Hopefully, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. I do like that the craft paint dries fast. I do like that. It's pretty dry. It's pretty dry. I think I can flip the page. I didn't get this under the... We'll put it under there. It won't matter because I'm going to do this page the same way. I don't like that teal green, but it's okay on this because this is going to be folded under. So let's do the same thing here. This has been folded and creased, but that's okay. What's on this? That's white. That's all right. And let's do some of the green. And let's do some of the lighter green. And I actually could mix in a teeny bit of yellow here, which I might do. Oh, that sealed shut. There. Whew. Let's see what kind of a mess this makes. Let's see what kind of a mess it can make here. Put my fingers in it. That'll be a good start to it. That'll be a good start to it. And actually, I think Jerry was talking about if you didn't like the color on your page, that you could change it just by painting, sponging over it. It's getting too green in here, but we'll put some more of that reddish brown on it. Ooh. This paint bottle's splitting down the side. I felt it right in there. I'm going to have to use that up. I've never had a paint bottle split down the side before. Maybe that's just the label that I feel, I hope. Huh. I think I was talking about projects and how I'm not going... I've got a lot going that I'm working on, a lot of different projects. And I think what I'm going to take this new philosophy that it does not have to be done by the end of the year. You get so paranoid. Oh, why does the end of the year have to be the deadline for everything? So I think that I'm just going to say, if I'm still working on it January 1, I'll work on it through January. I'll work on it through February. I'll work on it till I get it done. Kind of like Inktober. I'm going to call it Inktober forever. And that last Inktober that I did was not all that great. But the thing is, I'll put a little yellow in here. The thing is that I had my old camera and I was frustrated, but it wasn't bad either. But I want to do more better Inktobers, and I want to zoom in on some hands. And I want to practice some children's hands. I'm going to call that done. I've got to wash off my hands here. It's getting yucky. As much as I can, anyway. Get some of the top crust of that paint off. All right, let's dry this. Heat gun alert. As soon as I find my heat gun. Heat gun alert. Azure says she wants coffee and toast. Linda says, I love having my family here. Linda T says, everyone is so busy, I miss them. I'll bet you do. Are you talking children or brothers or sisters, or what family are you talking about? You talking about your kids? Grown adult kids? Everything bagels. No treaters this year. It's so weird. Azure, we had a lot of trick-or-treaters at our house last night. I kept having to jump up. I get a kick out of the little ones. I get a kick out of them. They're so cute. And one family came to the door, and it was a family. And boy, I was holding that candy dish, and usually the kids wait at the door. They did not wait at the door. They were inside the house. Oh, dear. I said, oh. And then their mom kind of called them back out on the porch. But, you know, I felt like I was being swooped down on. Give me that candy and give it to me now. They're cute. They're cute when they're young like that. They're out having fun. That's their fun. I don't begrudge them fun. They aren't thinking about ghosts and goblins and tricks and that stuff. They just want the candy. They just want the candy. It's a big deal for them. All right, let's see what's going on here. It's a little damp, but I think I can move on. See, it will fold like... But now, what I have is not what I want. Because it's too dark. Well, no, but then this one, that isn't actually what I wanted. This folds, let's see, this folds half. This folds like that. But I actually want this a different color then. Because I don't want green on green. So I'm going to lighten this up a little. Maybe I'll make this more yellow again. Mary's coordinating her colors here. And this needs to be painted in here anyway. So I'm going to sponge some yellow on here. And let's get some yellow green in there. And that's really going green. Let's just do her up good. Oh, this is the one that, this one's about empty. I want to lighten this up. Yeah. Yeah, I think this will do. I don't want two colors that look alike next to each other, because I want you to think that there's a pocket there, or a division. I think I'm happy with that. It's not too green and it's not too white. I think I'll let that be. I think I'll even leave that. Let's try it. Heat gun alert. My favorite are Asiago cheese from Panera. Are you talking about bagels? We do a big haunted house thing in the yard, but with my daughter still recovering from her surgery, we were low-key this year. Linda says. Yeah, our next door neighbors have a great big Halloween blow up, you know, the way they blow them up with air. My brother said that they used to decorate a lot for Christmas. But he's gotten older now, and his significant other has passed away, and he just doesn't have the heart for it. Now, I put up a Christmas tree the first year I was here, but I didn't get one up last year, but I'm going to put one up this year. You got to keep the spirit alive. You got to keep the spirit alive. I'm going to go raid the Christmas decorations here pretty soon. I want to start on my December daily, too. Here, let's see if that's pretty dry. So seeing that a lot better? I got contrasting colors here. I like that a lot better. So this will flip. I'm going to open it up though, so that if it's not completely, well, maybe I'll put this here this way. And I'm happy with these. Those go that way. See, I'm not happy with those two are the same color. So what do I have here? I've got orange and red and green, and I've got yellow, and then I'll put that red, green, and then so I think I want red here, or reddish brown. Can I move everything over a little here? You can see I go for the earth tone colors. I go for the earthy colors here. I'm not a pastel person. Let's put the reddish browns on here and maybe mix a little of this yellow with it and see what I get. I probably have some green in here. Oh, I think I want more red. But we can do that. Let's get some red. Alizarin crimson. They still do. Whatever that means. That was one of my fussy cut words that strayed away from me. Let's get a little more red in there. And a little bit of yellow in here. This is the way to use up your paints. I should be using my, I have some older paints in my my closet over off to the left here. I should get those out and start jelly plating with them just to use them up. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Heat gun alert. Let's check chat first. Let's see what you're all chatting about. Julie says, stepped away out of my comfort zone for sure. Oh, for the Inktober? Well, the ones I saw for you, Julie, looked really good. Eva says, Halloween is my middle daughter's birthday. My sister had a birthday, but my sister's passed away. I have an older sister who's like 7 years older than me. She passed away, but her birthday was on Halloween. We all like the holidays, usually go overboard with everything. Well, that's cool, Linda. That's cool because you get to do a lot with your family. Yeah, I understand the quick sketches. Because that's what I do a lot. And you know, Linda, or Julie, I'm never happy with them right after I finished them. I'm never happy with my quick sketches because I see everything I do wrong. And I always have my picture still out sitting next to it, and I can do the comparison. And I go, oh, you compare. But after I put my picture away and close the book for a couple days and I open it, I'm going, oh, I'm much happier with it. Linda says, I put all the pumpkin guts and apple trimmings out back for my little animals. The squirrels were funny with the pumpkin guts. Oh, that's funny. They probably go, these are interesting nuts. They taste like pumpkin. Kimberly said, Julie, I love your tree book. Hi, 80 doll. You caught me. I saw your... Sorry about that. I'm back. I was talking to 80 doll. I was telling her that I saw her comment that she left on my live stream the other day. She said she missed it. So, good morning, 80 doll. Welcome. Linda, cut yourself with a scissor? Linda, be careful. I'm scrolling back through chat to see what I missed. All right, let's see where we are, though. Linda, oh, she stopped. I wish I'd stop. I wish I would stop buffering. I was reading where Linda said she cut herself with the scissors, and now she said she stopped bleeding. So that hurts, Linda. Julie says she's talking about her Inktober. She says, I figured if I fiddled around with them, then I would never get them done and posted. Yeah, that's why you call them quick sketches. And it's good practice, Linda. It's good practice. It's the Inktober is meant to get you doing a little drawing every day, except for I'm calling it Inktober forever because I do so much art that sometimes I don't get everything done every day. I get something done every day, but I don't get everything done every day. Thank you, 80 doll. Thank you so much. All right, let's see if it'll quit buffering on me. I'm going to use my heat gun again, so if it buffers, I'll be back. I set my heat gun down and I have to find it again. There just aren't enough hours in the day. That's true, Julie. We want to do too many things. I know I get so enthused. I'm going to have to cut down in November and December on the swaps. I might do one. I think I'm signed up for Lisa's. Lisa has done a fabric square swap, but we only have to do one of those. But I might cut down my swaps. I still have the December tags to do for the December daily group. I got the good start on those. But that might be it for me because I want to, while I love doing art and while I don't mind getting behind, I'm almost getting too behind and I'm getting almost overwhelmed. So that means it's time to work on what I have started and enjoy it and quit joining so many other things. There's just too much fun stuff out there. I think that's pretty dry. Too much fun stuff out of there. Hi, Joyce. Good morning. Eva says, I want to do the little drawers too. She has a new book. I made a door in one. Oh, are you talking about altered books? Who, let's see, Eva, who are you talking about? Let me go back. I missed who you're talking about, Eva. The little drawers, are you talking about an altered book? Hi, Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning. All right, so this will fold this way, and then this folds down over it for a pocket. And my next one will be the one that'll fold like this. And I want this one to be a green color like this one. And then I'll end up, that's almost too white yellow for me here. I might change this yet. That's almost too bright yellow. It needs a tan in it. So, but I'm going to go for the dark green on this. Let's see, it'll fold up like this, so it'll be this side. So dark green. Let me get, well, I think I can pull this out now. Dark green on this side. Greens and reds. I was using this. I think I want to use this up. I don't trust this bottle. Rook, R-O-O-K, Rookwood Red. I've never heard of that color before. This is Deco Arts. I didn't do a lot of Deco Arts until just recently, when I learned that Hobby Lobby had their sales at 30% off every now and then. I was using the Apple Barrel an awful lot because you can get them for 50 cents at Walgreens. And I don't have anything against Apple Barrel paint for using on this type of thing. In fact, I should be using it here. Make sure I'm not spinning. Get out into this side a little. That's going to be folded under, so I'm not going to, well, you know, I should sponge it off here. Get as much of that paint out of my brush as I can. Let's get a little more in here. I want a little bit more of the red. The Rookwood red. Rook, R-O-O-K. Kind of a brown, a brownish red. And I have to say, it was Dee Dee Willingham who got me started on the Americana craft paints. I was using the Apple Barrel from Walmart because it's 50 cents for 2 ounces. You can't quite beat that for price. And if you watch for the sale at Hobby Lobby, but I have to tell you, last time I got paint at Hobby Lobby, they said Deco Arts on paint on sale, and so I got the 8 ounce and the 2 ounce. But when I got to the checkout, they said it was only the 8 ounce that was on sale. So, you know, and I had picked out several of the 2 ounces that I wanted. I just had to put them back. I said, I'm really sorry. I said, I can't buy them at full price because I was buying a bunch of other stuff. And we were talking about it to the clerk about why they insist on putting the 8 ounce on sale at one time and the 2 ounce on sale at another time. Now, I think I mentioned that before, and somebody else said it was because the manufacturer directions. So that could be. It could be something to do with what the manufacturer, Deco Arts, requires. But for those of us who drive 70 miles to get to a craft store that sells Americana paint at a good price, it's kind of disappointing. So I think I need to write to Hobby Lobby or Deco Arts and say, have you considered that they would probably say, well, you can always order it online, which I don't do either. Hi, Cheryl. New Penelope, Cheryl, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, and welcome to anybody else that I've missed. 80 Doll says it's 5:20 a.m. She also has a studio with too much stuff and to be limited to what you use as a hoop. I've seen a few videos so far. I'll have to look for yours. Let's see. Oh, Linda McAllister, I want to tell you something. I did not know that you did live streams. You must do them occasionally. If you start doing them on a regular basis, you let me know so I can go watch. I was rereading my chat, my live chat the other day, and they were talking about a live stream, and I didn't realize that it was your live stream. So, I'll have to go watch it, but I don't think you do them on a regular basis, so if you do them on a regular basis, you let me know so that I can go watch them. Yes, you did, Cheryl. I was really hoping that I could do my live stream this morning because I was wondering with this new camera if it was going to get up working for me. Now, see, this will flip over this way. So I'll have red, green, and gold. But this is kind of wet yet, so I'm going to take this wax paper and put here. And now I'm on the last page, really. Now I want, this is almost, let me move my phone out of the way. I need a bigger desk. See, I don't like this color here. First it was too dark, now it's too light. So I'm going to do something else with this. I'm not sure what, but I kind of want this to be whatever this ends up to. I don't like that teal color, or not teal, it's a sea green. So, let's see. How about, I've got orange, and red, so I don't really want to do, I've got kind of a gold color here. That needs to be folded better. Let's fold it out a little more. I think I was standing up when I folded that. I like it kind of peeking through. Oh dear. I didn't say I was perfect. I didn't say I was perfect. I kind of like it. Oh, I kind of like it peeking through there, like that. And then this one folds down, and I kind of want that one to peek through too, like that. But I'll do that later because this is still wet. So what color? What do I have? Maybe a, I don't want to put a metallic. Maybe a blue. A blue? That's neon blue. I don't want that. Maybe a blue cobalt. Let's try the blue cobalt over that and see what happens. Linda McAllister, talking about her live stream, says, yes, I do sometimes, Mary, but it's not really interest in it. So kind of did quit. Don't know. Well, you know what? I think that maybe, are you saying people aren't interested in it or you're not interested in it? If you're not interested in it, then if you want to quit, that would be fine. But if you feel like people are finding you, that's probably just a matter of discovery. And so if you let me know, I can give you shout outs. You know, if you say, okay, I'm going to do a live stream at such and such a time, maybe just one. And if we start giving you shout outs, I'm sure that there are people that would want to come see you. So, and it takes a little bit for people to find your streams and catch you and everything. So I wouldn't give up on it yet if you still want to do it. But if you're not interested in it, that's another story. But let me know if you do another one, and if you let me know ahead of time, I can give you a shout out so people know when you stream. I had a pretty slow beginning too, and it's a matter of time for people to find you. And another thing you might do, Linda, is do a premiere instead of a live stream where you can actually go chat, and that way you can premiere a video, put it up, and schedule it a couple days ahead of time, and that gives people advance notice. And if they start coming to your premieres, then maybe you can get them interested in some live streams. Just some thoughts on that. We said hello to Joyce. Newbie Cheryl says, I'm not awake enough to do all the names. I get it, Cheryl. 80 Doll says, I went to the thrift store 3 days ago and I got lucky and bought some craft things. I don't know what the PINT means. But I'll just call it craft. Good bargains, Eva. Newbie Cheryl says, I went to bed at 3:30 a.m. and it's 7:20. You didn't get much sleep, Cheryl. If you need to go take a nap, you don't feel bad. The replays are always available here. People are not coming. I think I'm too early for the USA. Well, let's see. What time do you stream? We have to work out the time zones, but if you stream where it ends up like 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning, like me, well, but I get a good crowd in here, so it might just be, you could do a premiere and schedule it, and I'll bet a lot of the people that come to my live, if it ends up on the Eastern time zone, like 5:30 or 6, they might come, they may not stay the whole time. Like here, a lot of people just come and they say good morning, and a lot of them are heading out to work, but we'll just have to try it. I don't want you to give up. But the premiere might be a good option for you too. They said they rolled out the premiere to all the channels now. So all the channels should have the premiere function to do a video and be able to chat with everybody. It's not a live stream. I think I'm going to like that. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, you think about it, Linda. I don't want to force you into anything, but I don't want you to give up either, because you're a pretty good gal. I think the hardest part for me to do any kind of live streaming, Azure says, is that I can never keep a set time. I never know how I'm going to feel. Yeah, there's that too. If you have fibromyalgia, or if you get migraines, that you never know from day to day what you're going to have to deal with. So I'm changing this. I don't like this. Let's see. I'm about out of that blue. Let's get a lighter blue here. You just kind of have to fiddle with it and see what works. But I hate to see you give up if it's just a matter of people not finding you yet. It takes a little bit of time for people to find you. Just like me, Linda, I didn't know you were doing a live stream, or I would have been there. And I think too, if I can give you some shout outs, if you can get some of the channels to give you shout outs so that you get the word out that, hey, Linda's doing a live stream, that helps too. Yeah, I think I'm liking this better except for I think I want a little bit of the light blue. Lighten it up just a teeny bit, Mary. Well, Oh, probably should leave that open till it dries. Yeah, I like this better than that green that I had on there, and I like it better than that bright yellow, too. Let's let this dry. Let's see chat. I would want to have people follow me only to let them down. Let's show that. I don't know, Azure, why your message didn't show, but Azure said I would want to have people follow me only to let them down. Yeah. Azure, that comment, I don't know why it wasn't displaying, but I allowed it. I don't see anything wrong with your comment. Maybe it was the follow me thing. But I don't mind it coming from you because that's what we're talking about. And Azure said, I wouldn't want to have people follow me only to let them down. She's talking about doing a live stream and scheduling it and then not being able to make it. Hi, Arabella. Welcome, Arabella. I didn't see you come in. The hardest part, let's see, I read that. Ruby says, Goodwill gets merch from Target on Thursdays. Good deals gotten for sure. So this is Thursday, Ruby. I can't go anywhere today. I'm on a spending budget till the third week of November. I can go to the library and check out library books. I've read all my library books, and I'll tell you, I miss not having a library book to read in, like I read it while I'm waiting for my video to upload, because if I'm doing an upload of my video and try to do something else on my phone, it fools around with my upload and I have to upload it again. So I get out a library book and read my library books while I'm doing my uploads. But I've read all my books, so I got to go to the library again. Joy says, Linda, don't quit. Aw. Yeah, Linda, I think you just need some shout outs. You just need people to find you. I think that's the problem. Hang in there. We're rooting for you. See, there's plenty that would come see you. And if you could schedule it, you kind of have to go on your own schedule too, what times you have available. But if you could schedule it as close to, like your hours might be our wee hours of the morning, but if you could schedule it like where it would fall between 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning, or maybe even 7, you might get a crowd like what we have in here. There are 31 folks in here, so that would make a nice live chat. And you know what'd be fun, Linda, if you're still listening, for you to do a live stream, and then I'd do a live stream and come visit you. Or, or I could, how else could I do that? I'd want to do a live stream, and then I would come and the next day maybe and point out your live stream and get people pointing to your channel and your live streams. You think about it. I'm not forcing you into anything, but I hate to see you give up if you really want to do it. Arabella says, hey, Mary, sorry about that. It was just a mistake, I think. I don't know what you did. Arabella says, hey, Mary. I don't know what you're talking about, Arabella, but whatever it is, it's okay. I missed it. A misclick. I don't know what that was, Arabella, but don't worry about it. Azure says it's hard to stay constant when you're battling health issues. I'll bet it is, Azure. I'll bet it is. Yeah, Linda's awesome. I love having Linda. I love having you all. Linda Tria says, YouTube is terrible about notifying us when people are live. Yeah, YouTube has an issue there. You kind of have to get used to people's schedule. And then there are those, I had some paint on my fingers that I was rubbing off. There are those who do all those impromptu videos that, that you almost have to be online at the same time to catch them. Now I'm going to continue doing my videos on, I think I'm going to do a premiere next Tuesday. I want to start that premiere on Tuesdays at 2:30 Central Time. And I think I'm going to start doing some streams on Sundays at 5:30. I don't know. I'm playing around with that. I don't know if I'll do that every Sunday. I might do it every other Sunday or something. It kind of depends. But, and I also want to say, if I'm streaming and somebody else wants to stream at the same time that I'm streaming, you go right ahead. I don't own the internet. Nobody owns the internet. And I'm saying that for people that want to stream, but they can't find a good time. Like Crafty Mama Shelly, she streams at the same time that I do. And it doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, the internet is a big place. It's a big place. So, there's room enough for everybody. And that's my take on it. So, Linda says she needs food. Go get you some food, Linda. Arabella says, hey, Topaz. Ray says, good morning to everyone. The 80 doll says, hi, Arabella. Azure says she'd come see you, Linda. Let's see. I'm catching up with chat here while my page is kind of drying. Joy says she's not normally a morning person, especially on weekends. Joyce, I kind of know what you mean there because I'm making myself get up really early, at least 2 mornings a week. And that's what you see, why I'm doing the live streams. I know I've said this several times in here. I don't think it's good if you're retired to sleep in all the time. And I'm retired and I could sleep in every morning if I wanted to. Nobody'd care. I don't have to be any place. But it's not good. It's not good to sleep in every morning. It's good to make yourself get up and do stuff. Now, the other thing I'm going to start making myself do stuff is do more vacuuming. I got to clean up this craft room. It's horrible. I want some shelving. We had some extra expenses this month, so I don't think I'm going to get my shelving this month. But maybe next month I'll get my shelving. I might just go to the used furniture store and see what I can find. Because I don't need brand new shelves. But that's why I'm not really getting my stuff cleaned up, because I need some shelves. So, but when winter comes, I think I'll be doing more inside stuff. So, Eva says, okay, ladies, I'm going to try and get an hour of sleep. Good, sweet dreams, Eva. Thanks for coming. Linda says, I wake up around 4 a.m. every day. I so love this early show. Thank you, Linda. Surprisingly, I'm starting to wake up earlier in the mornings. I don't wake up at 3:34 every morning. I'm going to finish this here. I don't wake up early every morning, but it's starting to, but I have to say too, after I have especially when I'm tired, now I'm not as tired this morning, but when I'm tired, sometimes after my early live streams, I'll go take a nap. I'll go take a little nap. And when you're retired, you can do that. But I still think it's good to get up early in the mornings. Yeah, I think I'm liking that a lot better. Let's paint this a little more in there. Wouldn't hurt to even get it on that a little. Well, let's dry that off. This is bugging me. Come on, go portrait. I got to read the chat. Linda says, let's see, she wakes up at 4 a.m. Mary, hubby put you up some new shelves? You're lucky. Now, my brother said he'd buy me some shelves, but he hasn't made the move to do it yet. But I will say he's had some extra expenses, and I've had some extra expenses with this phone. And so shelving is kind of low down on my list. I'm going to put some edging here in green. So I can get along without it, but I'm sure not showing anybody my craft room the way it is, because I've got things stacked up. I can find it if I hunt around. But sometimes I have to hunt for what I want. It gets a little frustrating sometimes. Leave it alone, Mary. It's perfect. I kind of like it like that. So now I've got this blue, green, kind of an orange, gold, red. And here I've got gold. Oh, I glued this together. Come on. I didn't mean to do that. I pulled my wax paper out. Come on. Don't tear. I'll have to mend that. So here I've got gold, red. Oh, that isn't going to matter because I'm going to fold this. Oh, yeah, it will. Let's mend that. Gold, red, green. I guess I need to get out another piece of wax paper. So gold, red, green. Let's put that wax paper in here. And let's kind of fold it over this way. There. So this green will fold down that way. So now I want to do the blue again, and then I'll be done. So I'm not sure I'll get the same blues on there, because I went yellow and white and all sorts of colors, but I'll do my best. So tea bags. I want to do more tea bag art. I want to do some more tea bag art. And I want to do some. Now, Asher said it would be nice to stretch some. And I don't know if I can find small enough embroidery hoops. But maybe something like book rings or not jar lids because they're too big. I'm thinking book rings or shower curtain hood, something round and that I can wrap the tea bag around. And make Christmas ornaments. That might be kind of pretty. And if you paint on that tea bag, if you paint on the tea bag, you could almost, and not do it a lot, but do it enough to make it look like a silhouette. That'll block out part of the tea bag and let the light shine through the other part. That might be pretty on a Christmas tree. Linda, I am opposite. I get up and rush through all that stuff, and then once he leaves, I take a breather. Must be talking about hubby's getting hubby off to work. Linda says, I have to pack hubby's lunch and make his smoothie and whatever else he needs before work. So I like being up before diving in. Yeah. Well, that's nice that you do all that for your hubby, Linda, and Linda. Linda and Julie. Oh, I'm having so much trouble with your name. Roesta? Bread with peanut butter. She gave me another peanut butter sandwich this morning. We're going to have to talk to her. I kind of got a kick out of some of those kids who came trick-or-treating last night. I think I said it earlier on that some of the older kids don't like lollipops. I got a kick out of watching them. They would look in the bowl and then they'd hunt around for something like chocolate or some other kind of candy. When they saw it was only lollipops, they put it back. walked away. I thought, wow. If you don't like the candy, you don't have to take it. The little kids, I got the kick out of one of the little, oh, she couldn't have been more than 3, 4 years old. She walked away and she said, I got a lollipop. I said, all right, you go, girl. I think the older kids are a little picky. And I thought, well, you pay for it then. I bought one of those big bags. I'm going to put a little white in here, just a little. I bought one of those big bags of candy, you know, that you get. And I don't buy bag candy like that on a regular basis. And I thought they'd have a variety. Well, they had a variety of lollipops. They had a variety of lollipops. They had some sugar babies in there. So they got the sugar babies, but now just a little bit more of this medium color blue, and then I think I'll call it done. Come on. Come on, I know you're about done. I'm going to have to get all my almost done paint bottles together and just start cutting them in half and using it up like on pages, maybe in my dictionary. Just like this, just do a whole bunch of pages, because those bottles that are almost empty kind of drive me nuts when I'm doing stuff like this. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Let's get all the paint off of this brush as much as I can. Off of this sponge. This is gray, that's for sure. You know what I want, though? Let's do a little more of this dark blue around the edges. Let's do a little dark blue around the edge here. Oh, that's not enough. Yeah, there we go. All right. I could sit and do this all morning, which I need to, and use up those paints. If you don't use these paints after a while, they get gooky and gummy. And I hate to see that happen, because you do pay money for them. It may not be a huge amount, but there's no sense of letting them get gooey and gunky on you. All right, I'm going to call that done. Let me put some of this paint away before I spill it. Mary can spill her paint in no time flat, let me tell you. Green goes in the green, red goes in the red. I'm trying to put them away by color, so then I'm reaching the general vicinity of where the blues and greens are. I'll pull out a blue or a green. Same way with the whites and the yellows. Ah, come on, what's going on there? Just about done here. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. That's red. That goes over there. Blue and blue. Alrighty. Now, I got this big white. Let's put it right there for now. Move my scissors. Do I dare? I dare. Put that back in the water. Let's move this over a little. Do a little dry here. Catch up with chat. Oh, come on. Ah. Put my hands down. Portrait mode, please. My kids had a great time when they were young. Come on. make washes with them. Are you talking about my old paints? That's a good idea, Julie. I might try that. Usually I end up cutting the bottles in half and just scraping out the paint. But washes would be a good idea. Maybe I'll try that. Thanks, Julie. You give me some good ideas. Joyce is probably talking about trick-or-treating, saying, I'm afraid they'll come and I have nothing. Yeah, that would be a disappointment, wouldn't it, Joyce? You made their costumes with the kids. I'm trying to remember what I was at Halloween. I was probably a witch at one time, because of the witch's hat. I was probably a fairy. The little fairy wings. A hobo. I think I was a hobo one year. Nothing really hard. Nothing like bumblebees and unicorns. Nothing like that. Sue, good morning. Tickled Pink Creating with Sue. Good morning, good morning. I gotta catch up with my song 47. You're ahead of me. 46, I mean. You did the last verses. I gotta do my last verses. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Joyce said I had to dress myself as a kid. Ha! Well, I bet that left you open for some creative costumes, Joyce. Linda said that they had a lot of kids trick-or-treating last night. We had a lot more than usual. I had to jump up while I was trying to get all my passwords reset. As much as I appreciate the Verizon guys, I don't like giving them my passwords and letting them get in and explore everything. So when I got home, I changed all my passwords to everything. But you should probably do it anyway, periodically. All right, that green is sticking. But I'm going to let it stick because I'll be stitching those pages. Let's pull this out. I'll probably have to just let this all dry. But I think I'm pretty happy with this. Now this should be folded maybe up a little more. It's not quite half, but that's okay. I like it like that. And this come like that. Yeah, I'm liking it. And then these come this way, and she stitches on these. I don't think I'll do the stitching today, because what time? It's getting to be 7 o'clock. But I got the painting. It's sticking on me. It's not completely dry. I'm going to have to leave this book open like this and leave these, maybe put some paint bottles in there. And let these pages dry good. But I'm loving these colors now. I'm loving the colors. Blue, green, kind of a gold yellow, and kind of a reddish brown, red. And then you flip again, and it's blue, gold, red, green, blue. I'm happy with this. So I'm going to put this aside. They're going, well, yay, she's finally done painting those pages. I didn't think she'd ever get done. Well, these Teabag. Oh no, this is string that I'm going to stitch. This is the string that I'm going to stitch these pages with. This is the string that I colored with ink one morning in one of my lines. And I still have a good bit of it left, and it will be stitched here across these pockets. And I might do blanket stitches across here, but it just depends. I'm going to sneeze. Achoo! Excuse me. Achoo! Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, it's almost 7 o'clock here. It is 7 o'clock. So I've been going for, what, how many hours? 2.5 hours. Thank you, Sue. Yes, it is. This is Jerry's pocket page. It's her page 3. Jerry's pocket page. And I'm just getting caught up. She did her tag video this week. And I've done her tag. Well, we did her tag. You were in that Zoom, weren't you, Sue? You did a beautiful tag for your December daily. So let's catch up with chat here. Tanya, hi Tanya. Good morning. I understand, Tanya. If there's anybody who understands, especially this week, it's me. It's been a crazy week. But thanks for peeking in and saying hi. Tanya, I need to finish your page from Sunday. I'm going to get it done. I really am. I'll have it done by next Sunday. And I'll be there in your... Tanya McGuire does a live on Sunday afternoons at 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And she's doing this totally junk journal. And we are just loving it, Tanya. Yeah, I finally got the phone sorted out. It took me last night, I swear, it took me three and a half hours to... I didn't get home till... I left about 11 in the morning. And I got up there. I was almost all afternoon at the Verizon store. Not all afternoon. I think I left around maybe 2:45. But I had a couple of other things to do before I came home. And I got home, and then we had supper, and I had to clear up supper. And then I had to get in last evening and change all my passwords and make sure everything was up and going again. So it took me some time to get it up and going again. So, you know, I'm going to be pretty careful with that phone now. Yeah, recycled parts for art is Jerry. Is she in here? Is Jerry here? Did she sneak in on me? Oh, yeah, you're talking about the page that I was working on. Sue says, I am doing this type of page in my December daily. Yes, I made the big tag too. Isn't that cool? Sue, let me show you. I don't know if you saw what I'm going to do for my December daily. And I have it out here because I got to work on it after I get all my swaps done. And I'm going to work on it because I want it prepped for... But I'm doing these giant tags. And what I want to do is do these nutcrackers that we made. You might have seen this, how the nutcracker opens and closes. I just love him. I love how he opens and closes. And I want to do, I have to measure him down. And I want to make a whole bunch of faces and a whole bunch of hats and a whole bunch of, and then I'll embellish them according to like the little drummer boy, the little match girl, Mrs. Santa. I have a whole list for all of them. A pilgrim man and a pilgrim woman. And so I have a whole list. And what I want to do is put them on these tags for my December daily. I cut these one morning in here. And they'll fit on a tag right in here. And I'll have the little mouth that opens and closes. And this will be the back. And then on the back here, I want a little door that opens. I might make just a silhouette of a nutcracker on the back and then have his back jack open. I don't want to do all the embellishing like I'm going to do on the front because that'll be too much if I have to do front and back. But then I'll have a little door that opens where I'm hoping to document every day. And the document will be something, it'll be very simple and fast, believe me. Because I don't know if I'm going to get all of this done. But that's my goal. I just got to get at it because November, the Thanksgiving's going to be. I want to do one Halloween one. And, you know, I want to do some Thanksgiving ones. And then I go into December. And then I do the first days of January. So I've got a big, it's going to be big. And then I'll bind it. I'm not sure exactly how I'll bind it. But I'll bind it and make a December daily out of it. That's the plan. Now, will I get it done? Maybe not till next year. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go have fun with it. So, let's see. Let's show my, where did I put her? Penelope, where did you go to? Did I put her over here? Put her aside to dry. I don't pay attention enough in life what I do with stuff after I finish it. What did I do with Penelope that I painted my tea bag art this morning? Did I cover her up? I don't see her. Oh dear me. She's not here. I can't show what I did this morning. Here's the little one. Did the other one fly off? I don't see it. Oh, I know. Hold the phone. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Tea bags. But is Penelope there? I don't see Penelope. Well, all right. I'll have to find Penelope. I don't know where she ran off to. Honestly, Mary, I have to get more organized when I do these, because what I like to do at the end of the stream is review what I'm doing. And what I did this morning was I opened all these tea bags and dumped them out in a Dollar General sack, dumped out all the dry tea, and then I started experimenting. And I did a portrait of Penelope, but I don't know what happened to it. It's here somewhere. I'll find it after the live stream. I found the old one. It must have, you know, it's really light, so it might have flown. It might be, she might have gone over the cliff. But anyway, I did that first this morning. And then we worked in this. I think that's about all I got done. And then I showed you my tags here. Ha! I did a lot of chattering. I'm really excited to try these tea bags. I wish I could find Penelope. But you'll see her if you watch the video. I get frustrated. I thought I put her over to dry someplace. Here she is. Penelope. I found her. I did put her over to dry. She was drying out. Here she is. I painted her on a tea bag. Oh, look at the back of it. I like the back as much as I like. This is the back of it, and this is the front of it. This is Penelope on a tea bag. These are iced tea bags, so they're a little larger. When you open them up, I think I measured, they're about 5.5 wide and 4.5 tall, approximately. Isn't that cool? And even the white and the silver kind of shows up in there. You may not see it as well, but it does show up. There's some white and silver. And the scissors are gold. I think I'm going to go outline it a little bit more with black now that it's dried. Do some outlining to make the scissors stand. And this is a little piece of red fabric that is on there kind of holding the scissors and the pins. So that is what I did this morning. How fun. You guys, you make my mornings worth getting up at 4:30. You make it worth it to get up at 4:30. Let me tell you, I just so enjoy doing this in the mornings. So let's see what you all are saying. Thank you, Linda. Joyce gives some hearts. Thank you. Sue says, I love this, Mary. It'll make a fabulous December daily. Thank you. Tanya says, hugs to all. I think Tanya's got to get some work done this morning. Arabella says, yay, Tanya. I think I'm pretty well caught up. Tanya just popped in for a little bit. I don't even know if she's still here. That is Topaz, Julie. My pages here, they're very autumn colors. I love these earth tones. These earth tones really are my color palette. I'm not a pastel person. So, and here's the tag that we made in Jerry's. Jerry just did a video showing how to make these tags. So this will go in here, and it really does kind of go with it, doesn't it? So I'm going to make some more tags. You'll probably be seeing me do that in my live streams. So I am going to say good morning to you all. Thank you all for coming this morning. I tell you, I love it. You guys just make these live streams worthwhile. I want to thank you for that. And I have to say, if I wouldn't have you guys coming to my live streams, I wouldn't have got my phone fixed this morning, because that's what my YouTube money went for this month. I was going to buy art stuff, but it fixed my phone. It paid for that deductible. Yeah, Ray, you have a good day too. Thanks for coming. Fine day. Oh, have a nice day, Linda. I'll have to catch up on that word that you just introduced to me. The have a nice day. Mary, I'm completed with the page from Sunday. You are, Ruby. Well, way ahead of me. I need to finish Tanya's page. I'll be doing that. So I'm going to say good morning to you all. I've been saying good morning for the last 15 minutes. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you all have a great day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your pets. Take care of your community. Hey, it's November. We've got 2 months left this year. Let's go do some art. And if you don't have time to do art, just breathe. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for coming.